solving quadratic equation by extracting square roots. Our next problem, we have positive 49d squared minus 12,544 equals to 0. So to solve for the value of d, first we need to transpose negative 12,544. So we need to transpose this to the other side. So transposing, what will be left on the left side will only be 49d squared. And if we transpose negative to the other side, this will become positive 12,544. And to find for the value of d, we need to cancel out 49 from 49d squared. So to cancel out, we are going to divide both sides of the equation by 49. So 12,544 divided by 49. So 49 divided by 49, we can cancel this out since this is equal to 1. And 1 multiplied by d squared, this is positive d squared. And we have here 12,544 divided by 49. This will give us positive 256. To find for the value of d, we need to extract these square roots. So to extract the square roots, let us raise both sides of the equation to 1 over 2. So raise both sides of the equation by 1 over 2. Now, since both of the denominators of the exponents is 2, this is equivalent to the square root. So we have here the square root on the left and the square root on the right. And the base here will be d squared. The exponent will be the numerator. So the numerator is 1. And we have here 256. The exponent is also 1. So this will be the square root of d squared, and the square root of d squared is d. And then the square root of 256, we will have two values that will be positive and negative. And that will be plus minus 16. Let us now check if our answers for d are correct. Our equation is 49d squared minus 12,544 equals to 0. So we have here 49d squared. Okay, let us erase that. Let us rewrite so that it will fit. Okay. So this will be 49d squared minus 12,544 equals to 0. And 49d squared minus 12,544 equals to 0. So our d here, 49 multiplied by 16, positive 16, raised to 2 minus 12,544 equals to 0. So 49 multiplied by negative 16 raised to 2 minus 12,544 equals to 0. So we have here 16 raised to the power of 2, that will give us 256. So this will be 49 times 256 minus 12,544 equals to 0. And this will also be 49, negative 16 raised to the power of 2, that will also be 256 positive, minus 12,544 equals to 0. Now, 49 times 256, that will also be 12,544. So minus 12,544 equals to 0. And this will be 12,544 minus 12,544 equals to 0. So this is 0 equals to 0, 0 equals to 0. So therefore, our values for x, which is positive 16, and x negative 16, they are correct. Solving quadratic equation by extracting square roots. Our next problem, we have the quantity of a minus 6 raised to the power of 2 equals to positive 196. To solve this, we first have to extract the square roots of both sides. So to do this, we are going to raise both sides of the equation by 1 over 2. So this will be taken as one quantity. So this will be a minus 6 raised to 2. And then we are going to raise this to exponent 1 over 2. So same on the right side of the equation, we will have 196, and we are going to raise this to the power of 1 over 2. Okay, so again, since the denominator is 2 for the exponent, this will be equivalent to the square root. So we will also have here the square root. So this will be the square root of a minus 6 raised to 2, and this will be raised to the exponent of 1, which is the numerator. So we will have here 196 raised to 1. So this will be equal to, since this is 2 times 1, that would still be equal to 2. So we will have here a minus 6 raised to 2. And this will be the square root. So the square root of 196 will be, okay, so later we will write the value. But here, so let's get the square root first. The square root of the quantity of a minus 6 raised to the power of 2. So this will be equal to a minus 6. And the square root of 196 will be plus minus 14. So if we are going to get for the value of a, we need to transpose negative 6 to the other side. So we will have here two values for a. So our first value for a will be the positive 14. So we are going to use first positive 14. And if we transpose negative, this will be positive 6. So this will be our a sub 1. So our a sub 1 will be positive 20. Our a sub 2. So our a sub 2 will be negative 14. And then we will have positive 6. So our a sub 2 will be equal to negative 14 plus 6. This will give us negative 8. Okay, so this will give us negative 8. So positive 20 and negative 8. Let us check if our answers are correct. So our equation, we have the quantity of a minus 6 raised to 2 equals to 196. So for our first value of a, which is 20, so 20 minus 6 raised to 2 equals to 196. So 20 minus 6 is 14. And 14 raised to the power of 2. So we have here 14 raised to the power of 2. That will give us positive 196. So our positive 20 is correct. How about, okay, let's check the other value, which is negative 8. Okay, so let us try negative 8. So again, this will be, okay, let's change the color of that. Okay, let's change that to what? So this will be the quantity of a minus 6 raised to 2 equals to 196. So our a here will be negative 8 minus 6 raised to the power of 2 equals to 196. Now negative 8 minus 6, that is negative 14 raised to the power of 2, 196. So negative 14 raised to the power of 2, that will be equal to 196. So again, the value for x, which is negative 8, is also correct. Solving quadratic equations by extracting square roots. Our next problem, we have the quantity of b plus 8 raised to the power of 2 equals to 225. So to find for the value of b, first we need to extract the square roots of both sides of the equation. So to do this, we are going to raise both sides of the equation to 1 over 2. So this will be b plus 8 raised to the power of 2. So we are going to take that as 1 unit, and then we are going to raise it by 1 over 2. Okay, same is true on the right side. So we will have here 225, and we need to raise this to 1/2. Okay. Now, since the denominator of the two exponents is 2, this will be equal to the square root. So the square root. And then our base on the left will be the quantity of b plus 8 raised to the power of 2. And this will be raised to the exponent. Okay, so the exponent here will be the numerator. So the numerator here is 1. And we will also have here the square root of the base, which is 225. And this will also be raised to the numerator, which is 1. So raise this to 1. Now, since this is 2 multiplied by 1, that would still be 2. So this will be the square root of the quantity of b plus 8 raised to 2. And this will also be the square root of 225. Okay. Okay, so we have here the square root of b plus 8 raised to 2 equals to the square root of 225. Now the square root of b plus 8 raised to 2, so 2 divided by 2, that would be b plus 8 now. And the square root here of 225, that will give us plus minus 15. So to solve for b, we need to transpose positive 8 to the other side. So we are going to transpose this to the other side. So we will have two values for b. Our first value for b will be, first we are going to use positive 15. Now if we transpose positive, it will change sign. This will be negative 8. So this will be our b1. So our b1 will be 15 minus 8, that will be positive 7. And for our b2, that will be negative 15 minus 8. So b2 here will be equal to negative 23. And then let us check if our answers are correct. So our equation is this b plus 8 raised to the power of 2, and that is equal to 225. So our first b, we have positive 7. So 7 plus 8 raised to the power of 2 equals to 225. So we will have here 15 raised to 2 equals to 225. 15 raised to 2, that is 225. So the first value for b, which is positive 8, which is rather positive 7, is correct. Okay, so this is correct. Let's check negative 23. So we have here b. Okay, let's erase that. So we have here b plus 8 raised to 2 equals to 225. Our b here will be negative 23 plus 8 raised to 2 equals to 225, and negative 23 plus 8, that will be negative 15 raised to 2 equals to 225. And negative 15 raised to 2, that would also be 225. So therefore, b equals to negative 23 is also correct. Solving quadratic equation by extracting square roots. Our next problem, we have x all over 50. This will be equal to 2 all over x. So to solve for the value of x, first we need to cross multiply the equation. So this means that x will be multiplied by x, so this will give us x squared. And 50 multiplied by 2, this will give us 100. So to solve for x, we need to extract the square roots. So to extract the square roots, we are going to raise both sides of the equation by 1 over 2. Now, since the denominators is the same, which is 2, this is equivalent to the square root. So we will have 2 square roots, and our base here will be x squared. Its exponent will be the numerator, and that is positive 1. So our base here will be 100. The exponent will be the numerator, which is positive 1. So x squared raised to 1, that is still x squared. So the square root of x squared will be equal to x. And the square root of 100 will be plus minus 10. Let us check if our answers are correct. So our equation will be x all over 50 equals to 2 over x. So let us first use positive 10. So 10 divided by 50, and this will be 2 divided by 10. So 10 divided by 50, that will be 1 all over 5, and this will be 1 over 5. So our x, which is positive 10, is correct. Let us now try x negative 10. So this will be negative 10 all over 50. This is equal to 2 all over 10. So this will be negative 1 over 5 and negative 1 over 5. So therefore x equals to negative 10 is also correct. And these are now our final answers for the problem solving quadratic equation by extracting the square roots. Solving quadratic equations by extracting square roots. Our next problem, we have y all over 9. This is equal to 4 all over y. Now, to find for the value of y, we first need to cross multiply the given. So this means that y multiplied by y, this will give us y squared equals to 9 multiplied by 4, that is positive 36. And to find for y, we need to extract the square roots on both sides of the equation. So to do this, we are going to raise this to 1/2. 36 will be raised to 1/2. And since the denominator of the exponent is 2, this will be equal to the square root and the square root. So we have here y raised to the power of 2. Its exponent will be the numerator, and that is 1. So 36 is the base. Its exponent will be the numerator, and that is 1. So y raised to 2 multiplied by 1, that is still y squared. So the square root of y squared is positive y. And 36, or the square root of 36, this will be plus minus 6. And let us check if our answers are correct. So our first value for y is positive 6. So our equation will be y all over 9 equals to 4 all over y. So our y here is positive 6 all over 9, and this will be 4 all over 6. So we can simplify this 6 and 9. This will be 2 over 3, since 3 is common between them. And 2 and 6, 2 is common between them, so 2 divided by 2, 4 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So therefore, y equals to positive 6 is correct. Let us now check y equals to negative 6. So this will be negative 6 all over 9, and 4 all over negative 6. So this will be negative 6 divided by 3 is 2, 9 divided by 3 is 3. And this will be 2, 4 divided by 2, that is 2. So this is now negative all over 6 divided by 2 is 3. So therefore, y equals to negative 6 is also correct.